What's up, everybody, and welcome to Wildcard Sports. In today's video, we are going to go over the NHL Champion Blueprint. This is the first one of the season, so stay tuned all season long to keep up to date on who has the best chance to win the Stanley Cup this year based off history, based off stats. This tends to be right every single year, so keep an eye on this just to help you see who's going to win the Stanley Cup, and if you were going to place a futures bet on a certain team to win the Stanley Cup, this will help you a lot. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. We're doing these videos every week. So here we go. To have the best chance to win the Stanley Cup, you got to hit all four of these categories. You could even hit three of these categories to have the best chance to win the Stanley Cup. If you're only hitting two or one or none, you're probably not going to win the Stanley Cup. So if you see your team on here on most of the categories, that's a great sign. So top 11, even strength goal differential. Top 12 in strength save percentage. Top 16 in shot attempt Corsi. And top 14 goals against. These are the teams that you see right here. If you see your team in every single category, that is a great sign. If you see them in three categories, that is also a great sign. And you'll see teams that aren't in any of these categories, and they may even be in first place or doing very well, but you don't see them in any of these categories. So let's look at the NHL tiers based off the NHL Champion Blueprint. This is not based off my opinion. This is based off the blueprint. So when we look at the tiers here, we got tier 1, 2, and 3. If you don't see your team on there, they're probably not in contention to make the playoffs just yet. Obviously, we're so early in the season. This will change week to week. So tier 1, as you can see, obviously the Avs, tier 1, top of the tier there. Capitals hitting every single category as well. Same with the Lightning. Lightning are on a 7-game winning streak as I'm filming this video. 7-game winning streak. Put them up to tier 1. And they're doing so well. They earlier in the season, they weren't hitting all these categories. If you go back to the blueprint, they're actually hitting every category now, as you can see right there. So when you see this dash here, these three teams right here are hitting every single category. This dash, these teams right here are hitting 3 out of 4 categories. So that is also a great sign. So you got the Knights, Hurricanes, Stars, Ducks, and Kings. So that is great. If you see your team in tier 1, great news, having the best chance to win it. So you're going to be shocked by tier 3, of course. Montreal in tier 3. They're in I think they're in first place in their division, or they're in, third in the Atlantic. Sorry. But they are obviously in the playoffs as of now. You see the Oilers in there. They're not doing well to start the season. But obviously, they're the Oilers at the end of the day. They could climb their way up the ranks. Tier 3 team. Also, you got the Bruins in there. They're in the top 3 of the Atlantic, but they're a tier 3 team as of now. When you see your team in tier 3, this doesn't mean they can't make a playoff run or anything like that. They could even make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. But they will most likely lose. Last year, Oilers were in tier 3, Panthers were in tier 1 based off the blueprint. I told you guys, hey, based off the blueprint, you got to go all in on the Panthers, and look what happened. Oilers lost again to the Panthers. So as of now, it's pretty much guaranteed, as of now, the team to win the Stanley Cup will be right here. Right in this tier, tier 1. Obviously, there's so many teams in there right now, so it's kind of messy. So it's not like a crazy take to say one of these teams will win it. But I'm guaranteeing right now, none of these teams will win the Stanley Cup. But, it's so early in the season. This will change. So that's why you got to subscribe to stay tuned. The teams to keep an eye on, of course, the Panthers, defending champs. They are pretty low in the rankings right now. But, a couple games go on a little win streak. They get to a wild card spot just like that. And they could even get top 3 in their division. Also, a big team to watch right now. Pay attention to the New York Rangers. New York Rangers, sure, they're ranked lower in the Eastern Conference, but literally they win 2 games, and some of the wild card teams lose 2 games. They just switch spots just like that. But the reason why I say keep an eye on the New York Rangers, they are hitting every single category in the blueprint. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed for them to win it, of course, but they are at the very end of a shot against Corsi. But they are hitting every single category So if they make their way up the ranks, be surprised by that, and I won't be surprised by that based off the blueprint. So this is a team to keep an eye on. New York Rangers and then the Panthers there. So Tier 2, of course, Winnipeg, Seattle, Minnesota, Philly, and the Blackhawks there. Those are teams to keep an eye. Well, not keep an eye on, but those are Tier 2 teams. That means they're hitting at least two categories out of the blueprint. So sure, they could climb their way to Tier 1 easily, but they could also drop to Tier 3 or just drop out of it completely. So these are the tiers. Let's look at the Stanley Cup odds as of now, and it's not shocking. You got the Avalanche there in first, plus 400. Even if you were to put money on the Avs, let's just say you put $20 on the Avs to win, you'll win 80, just like that. So, it's just something to keep an eye on. Avs. Look at the Florida Panthers, plus 750. Don't waste your money on the Panthers now. Yes, I said keep an eye on them, but they're not even in any of the tiers. If anything, they are let's see, how many categories are there? 1, 2, 3. So if anything, they are a Tier 1, lower end Tier 1 team. If they get into the playoffs, obviously they have a great chance to do that. But right now, they're pretty low in the rankings. So they got a lot of work to do. Well, not a lot of work, but they got work to do to get to the playoffs. So you also see the Oilers in there, plus 1,000. I wouldn't waste any time on them right now. Look at the teams that are Tier 1. Capitals, plus 2,700. They're a Tier 1, higher Tier 1 team right now. Put $20 on them, you win $540, just like that. So it's just stuff to keep an eye on if you were to place a futures bet. This blueprint helps a lot. If you want to take a complete risk on the Rangers, plus 3,500, put $10 on them, you win 350. Canadians, like I said, they're doing well, but they're Tier 3 team. They're way down there. Ducks Tier 1, but lower end, plus 7,000. There's a lot of opportunity here in hockey, and it's just something to keep an eye on. So yeah, these are the odds. Not shocked by the Avalanche in front. Hurricanes as well. Hurricanes are a lower end Tier 1 team. So, like I said, the winner as of now, if the playoffs were to start right now, the winner would be here in Tier 1. Right there, almost guaranteed would be in Tier 1. So keep that in mind, guys. Just want to update you guys early on in the season. Stay tuned for the next videos coming out on the NHL champion tiers. So keep an eye on this, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.